Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Soulman's Research reporting on this company called Vitamail.com. They were sending out scam letters. I got a phone call from them this morning telling me about my products on its way, and I asked them about the competition. They said, "I'm sorry, sir, I'm not allowed to, I'm not obliged to tell you anything apart from the fact that you're always in processing and you will get your package soon." So I said, "Is it no contact number where I can contact them or whatever?" And they give me this number. It's called 0871 948 2000, and that's the Vitamail.com customer services. So if anyone wants to try it out there, try it. I'm going to try it now, but I know it's going to cost money, so I thought I'd get other legal ways to do it. But if anyone has any suggestions or any advice for me, because I should have got my check a long time ago, but I haven't received my check, and it's starting to get to me now, and they're still asking me for money, so I feel like I've been harassed. I've asked them about the competition. They said, "Oh, they're not obliged to tell me anything. The department that they're working on is like just to confirm that, informed me that the package is on its way and all that." So I received the contact number. Like I said, it's 0871 9482 000. And I mean, the amount of times I phone up BT to report this company for nuisance calls and withholding number. However, they said they can't monitor my calls for 28 days. I mean, you've got to report it first, then 28 days later, then they can start monitoring your calls and all that, But I'm having my calls and my emails and what monitored now. So anyone out there, beware. So if you don't want to send me no original, copies or anything, if you want to mess about with me, watch out, okay? But apart from that, it's just going out to everyone, to all those honest people out there in the world. No matter what situation you're in, you do not deserve to be treated like this. Scammed to think that you've won a prize and then bam, there is no prize. But I'll be updating very soon. So that's all the news I can say at the moment. And I got a letter from where are they? ASA. I think I was told that yesterday. Yes. They said that they can't really. Here we are. Yes, thank you. Your complaints, Pomondo versus Vitamail and Vitamail mailing. It says, "Thank you for contacting the Advertising Standards Authority. I am sorry to hear that this matter has caused you concern. As you may or may not know, we are able to refer complaints about overseas mailings to our equivalent bodies abroad via the European Advertising Standards Alliance, that's EASA. Because the company is based in France, but even though I told them they are based in Bedford, they've got a PO box number in Bedford, there is no direct action we can take in respect of the mailing. We have, however, passed on similar complaints to yours to our French counterparts via the European Advertising Standards Alliance, and we will therefore add your complaint to the file on this matter." So it must be quite a file out there for this company, Vitamail. So I mean, what I don't understand is, why can't they just track the direct debits? When they take direct debit from my account, can't they trace where the money's gone to? So anyway, it says this process can be rather lengthy, and there are no guarantees that they will receive the required assurances from the advertisers. However, please be assured our counterpart regulator will work to resolve this issue. In the meantime, we would generally advise that you do not respond to these advertisers. I am very sorry we are unable to help you any further directly on this occasion. Thank you for taking time to contact us with your concerns. And that's all they can really suggest me to do, just don't answer them. But why shouldn't we answer them? It's a legitimate letter, isn't it? That's as far as I know. A company sent me a letter saying that I've won a prize. It was all official. The letters are all behind me here. Vitamail, it's all there. Proof. I've got the proof. I've got the dates. Proof of dates that they should have come and given me the checks. So there's a bit of injustice going on here. No justice. We want justice for the people. We're not stereotypes. We're not numbers. We are original, individual people. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Soulman Research signing off, and I'll see you soon. I'll be updating regularly. Don't worry. Okay. Bye. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Soulman's Research here, doing a bit of freelance research on behalf of the consumers out there, and me as well, because I've been conned by these as well. I've got a letter from the Advertising Standards Authority. It says, "Dear Sir, your complaint reference Promondo Vitamal mailing. Thank you for contacting the Advertising Standards Authority. I am sorry to hear that the matter has caused you concern. As you may or may not know, we are able to refer complaints about overseas mailings to our equivalent bodies abroad via the European Advertising Standards Alliance, that's EASA. Because the company is based in France, but I told them, they had a PO box number in Bedford. They said, because the company is based in France, there is no direct action we can take in respect of the mailing. But even though all the letters go to address in Bedford, PO box in Bedford. Anyway, they say, we have, however, passed on similar complaints to our French counterpart via EASA, and we will therefore add your complaint to the file in this matter. This process can be rather lengthy, and there are no guarantees that they will receive the required assurances from the advertisers. However, please be assured our counterpart regulator will work to resolve this issue. In the meantime, we will generally advise you that you do not respond to these advertisers. I am really sorry we are unable to help you any further directly on this occasion. Thank you for taking the time to contact us with your concerns." And that's Miss Laura Kelly, Complaints Executive at ASA. So, I mean, I've got to, it seems like I've got to write a letter back now saying that there is addresses in Bedford, a PO box address in Bedford. I've got to find somewhere. But, I mean, if you can see behind me, the advertisement, the white mail there, I'll have a look. I'm just doing all that I can, ladies and gentlemen. Look, see? It's all there. That's my prize. Where is it? Yeah, look. This is what they said to me at last. See? It's ridiculous. No, I've got it all on my backboard. As soon as I wake in the morning, it's there in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. That's my cheque for the £15,000 I should have got. You know. It's all ridiculous. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I've got your back. I'll do everything in my power to make sure these things don't happen to honest consumers like us. Okay? But, in the meantime, like I said, don't reply to them. But if you are going to reply to them, just send them a letter. You know, the little envelope that you get, the pre-addressed envelope. Just put a 49p stamp, 47p first class stamp, and send it back. Let them waste their time opening it and all that, and then they'll have to put you in a competition. But that's my suggestion for this week. So hopefully I will see you very, very soon. Good luck. Bye-bye. Good evening. It's a small world out there, ladies and gentlemen. 4 weeks ago, I warned against the Vitamail.com, which was churning out letters from a post office box addressed in Bedford, giving people the impression they had been chosen to receive a cheque for winning a grand prize. However, then asking them for certain amounts of money to order their products in advance to cover the expenses. Well, here I am again. I can't begin to stress how important this is to everyone. Vitamail, also a trade name for Promondo SAS Caros RCS Grace, hard name to remember, also hides behind a post office box number in Bedford. And guess what? The real address for both turns out to be exactly the same. This is the offices of Padeo Limited, a company that organises mailings for those who prefer to stay in the shadows. And guess what again? Vitamail's not even in this country. It is simply a mail order company that tricks people into buying health products by telling them that they have won £10,000, £15,000, £7,500 monies. But the mock checks and the glossy letters that promise big prizes are cunningly worded to reward you nothing more than an entry into a sweepstake. Or if it really comes down to it, in the terms and conditions, Section 11 states that if they have to pay out a cheque, you can be sure it's going to be for £1.50. Vitamail's real name is Promondo, and it is based at Cars in the south of France. The Advertising Standards Authority takes a dim view of Vitamail's misleading mail shots. It has asked European watchdogs to intervene to protect consumers. The Office of Fair Trading Standards has been notified that another company named Delices and Gourmandices operation is the same. However, the top man who heads the OFT Scam Busters department says there is an easy way to find out whether letters like the one you received are legitimate. It says you are not under no obligation to make a purchase in order to participate in a prize draw or claim a prize. There will always be a free entry route that you can use to participate without placing an order. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Vicemail.com. Delices and Gourmandices. Even that, tips from our grandmothers. Tips from our grandmothers. You ever get that through the post? Do you ever get that? Same company, I think, yeah, mate, because I've got letters from them. I've sent complaints to Standard Authority, fair trading standards, and I'm still waiting on the hopefully some good news for us all, because I do not believe that you should be able to be conned into buying something in believing that you're going to win a prize. How can that be? Anyway, I'll be updating again next week. Okay, bye bye.
Hi, I'm Donald McIntyre, and welcome to my Scam Watch in MoneyWise magazine. On my radar this month is the scam dubbed the Microsoft scam. What happens is somebody rings up pretending to be representing Microsoft, offering you some computer support. They suggest there's something wrong with your computer. They may bring you through a number of steps, and an answer barking from your computer is problem, problem, problem. That's a ruse. And that's a scam. As usual, don't hand over any personal or financial details on the phone to a stranger. Makes perfect sense, but people do it all the time. My name's Donald McIntyre, and you can get more on my Scam Watch in this January's edition of MoneyWise.